Alright, hi guys. So welcome back. So I have a very short video for you today. You've probably seen a bunch of these if you watch any videos from like say tech YouTubers or anything like that. But I wanted to join in the fun because I am just as equally obsessed with Apple products as some of those people are as well too. I guess you would call me an Apple fanboy, but I don't really want to be categorized into that. I just do really like their products and I do own a lot of them. And I got the very first edition of Airpods years ago when they first came out. And they're still working fairly well. But it is time for an upgrade, so we're gonna do an unboxing today. My old pair is actually gonna go to Nick. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out what's inside of the box. So for me, mine just came in like the brown like box you get from the regular just like mail and stuff. Usually they have, when you get Apple stuff, they have like this really cool like pull tab along the side, or like they give you like a special way to like do it. But for me, there's not much here, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this guy open. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give this guy a good cut. There we are with that awesome Apple style unpacking. So they actually have this like weird like film here on the side, so I guess we're gonna have to like cut that so we can kind of get these guys out of there. And there we are. They look absolutely cool. I love the box. So on there, it does say AirPods Pro wireless charging case, because as the last generation, say before this one, the middle one was one of the ones that came with the wireless charging case. On the back, you are presented with a view of what the AirPods look like in the case. You can see the wireless charging case. So the cool thing about this is it actually gets up to 4.5 hours of usage, like on a full charge, like once they're fully charged up. And then you get about 5 hours if you turn off that active noise canceling and or the transparency mode. So it kind of differs there. And then you get 3.5 hours of talk time. But what's really cool is once you pop those into the charging case, you actually get 5 minutes of charge in there is gonna get you a full hour of usage. So that's really nice, easy on the go kind of stuff. So I think that's really cool. Also on top of that, what's really neat is the case, as like the previous ones do, holds 24 hours of charge. So like, just because they die doesn't mean you're screwed. If you're out and about, you can pop those back in the case, charge them up again, and use them, so that's super cool. Alrighty, so the nice thing about a lot of the products is they do have this like really nice like pull tab experience, so you're not really worrying about like where do I pick at so that I can get the plastic wrap off. So we throw that away to the side. Again, we're presented with those AirPods on the top. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a good pop open. Alrighty, and then obviously we're presented with the Design by Apple in California. This is just your paperwork. So it's actually kind of cool. They do have an entire startup guide, so it does show you exactly how we're gonna go ahead and be able to go and pair those and set them up. And then we have all of our other safety information. We don't get any Apple stickers, but that's kind of expected. It didn't come with the other AirPods. It does come with other products. Why they don't include it, don't know, but really not missing out. I have the the Apple stickers, but you know what? I've honestly never really used them. So here we are, the AirPods Pro. The case is actually really cute. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. I was worried about how big it was gonna be, but it's actually about the same exact size in terms of like thickness as the one for the regular AirPods. But the cool thing here is they've kind of flattened it down a little bit, so you gotta get like a little bit of a thing. So we're actually gonna set those aside for just a second, and we're gonna go ahead and pop down the back here. So in here is going to be the cool silicone tips. So what's really neat about these is actually inside of the app they have a ear tip fit test that you get to do. So it will tell you if you have good section or not based on which ear tips you're gonna use, so that you can have premium noise canceling. You're using your headphones to the best of their ability, so that's another cool little piece of that like Apple magic they've got in there. Also, if you lose any of these or they get super dirty, you can buy a pair, whichever size you need, for $3.95 at the Apple Store, so it's not too bad. I figured they'd nickel and dime me for that stuff, but you know what, they're not doing it, so that's cool. And what's nice here is we're in the step in the right direction. We've got USB Type-C to Lightning, so we're in that step in the direction to hopefully for the 2020 iPhones and more products to just be USB Type-C entirely, but we've still got that Lightning. So just another cord to have. One sad feature is even though you're spending $250, you don't get a dongle like with the other Airpods, but you know, this time around we just don't have it. But for most people, they do have an iPhone, so that should work, but you would have to have that iPhone Pro or the MacBook Pro that does have that USB-C port on it in order to go ahead and charge these guys up without going out and buying your own separate dongle. So alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and give those guys a nice little peel there from the plastic, a nice satisfying click off there, and then we're gonna go ahead and open them up. So here we are. These are the AirPods. As I'm opening them to show you guys, it's already trying to connect, which is super cool. But yeah, here they are. So they're super, super cute. All right, yeah, so like no explanation here, but for some reason when I was trying to do this, it was connecting to the AirPods, and so that was giving it issues, and so that's why I kept freezing and the mouth was off. So we're just not even gonna bother with whatever the heck I was trying to talk about. But yeah, they're super cool. And we're gonna just go ahead and move on. Also, I apologize for that weird focus in and out with the lights. I don't have an explanation for that one at all, so yeah. Alrighty, so I now have both of them. So this is gonna be that first generation case there, and then this one here is gonna be that new one, the AirPods Pro. So if we go ahead and pop open the old ones, I'll go ahead and pop the old one in this ear, and then we're gonna go ahead and put one of those AirPods Pro in the other ear and see how those fit. So I'm not a huge person that likes the silicone tips in the ears, but quite honestly, like, I don't mind it at all. And honestly, even there's that new transparency mode, even without it on, it's weird. Like usually you feel like you're talking to a megaphone and you can hear people, but there's this little like grill here that lets sound in, so you can turn it off. So like you can turn it on, sorry, when you're like listening to music or whatever, that you can still hear other people around you and it won't cancel out noise. And it's already doing that without it even having been connected to my phone, which is kind of wild. So like I can actually like hear like kind of things around me while this is still in the ear. I will say that this one does feel a little bit more comfortable to me. I've never had a problem with them falling out. But quite honestly, it's just gonna take some getting used to, but like right off the bat, this is a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. So like definitely cool on that. And you know, so you can really notice the difference in the sizes and like the length and the stem of the ears. So personally, I really like the way this one like looks and kind of fits in. And this one was something that I was used to, so I'm not gonna hate on it. It's still a really great product. It just looks different and it feels more outdated once you've had something like this. But yeah, so that was a very brief unboxing, but thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.